Hey everyone! Today we're going to look at how to get started with Monday.com. Monday.com is a great tool you can use to run your organization more efficiently. For example, you can plan events, keep track of social media campaigns, collaborate with your team on projects, get a bird's eye view of your whole business, and make better decisions informed by data. To get started with Monday.com, head to the website. You can type it down on your browser, or you can also click on the link in the description. Once you're on the site, click on the Get Started button, and if you don't have an account yet, proceed with the sign up. Once you're done with that, you will land on the home page. Here you will see that you have a new workspace. A workspace is where you and your team gather to collaborate on a project. Initially, it'll be called New Workspace, but you can rename it by clicking on the three dots on its right side, rename Workspace, and proceed to type down the name of the workspace or the project that you are going to work on. Once your workspace's name is all set, the next step is to add a board into your new workspace. To do so, you can open up the workspace from the left side panel, or you can click on the Add a Board button from the home page. When you click on Add a Board, the Template Center will pop up, providing you with several recommended ready-made boards that you can choose to start with. Whatever your projects may be, surely there's a template that will work perfectly. Right now, if you look at the left side of the pop-up, you can see that we have been automatically brought to the Recommended for You tab, which means there are more templates in the All Templates tab if you don't find the one that suits your needs from here right away. Other than that, there are also templates that are categorized below, such as marketing, content production, project management, docs, forms, sales and CRM, and many more. But if you prefer to start from scratch, you can also find that option here. If you do decide to start from scratch, you'll see two options: Start from Scratch Work Document or Start from Scratch. Now, closing out this pop-up, I want you to remember that once you've taken your time to play around with Monday.com long enough and you reach a point where you don't find the Add a Board button on your homepage anymore, you can still add boards by clicking the blue plus button here on the left-hand side panel, and you'll find the option to add a new board or choose from templates. Let's dive into creating a board from scratch. When you choose to create a new board, this pop-up will show wherein you can name your board, set the privacy, and choose what you manage in this board. Let's go with items and hit create a board. Once the board is created, you'll see that you now have two groups with unnamed items ready to be modified. Changing the names of the groups and items are so easy that all you need to do is click on it and edit. As an example, I'll name the blue group Business Actions and the purple group Household Responsibilities. Moving on to editing the items, let's head over to the Business Actions group. As an example, I'll put in tasks such as create social media content, send out a newsletter, and create a new blog. Take note that you can always add an item by clicking Add Item. Looking at the columns to the right, first you'll see the chat icon where you can communicate with your team by posting or getting updates, uploading and viewing files, or even keep track of activities relevant to the item. Next to that is the person column, which is there so that if you have team members in your workspace, you can assign the items to them. Once you do that, you'll see their chosen photo in its places. Next to that is the status column, where you or your team can indicate whether the assigned is working on the item or if it's done. Right after that is the date column, which is mostly used as a deadline for a task to stay efficient. Another great feature that we can use is the sub-items. To do that, hover over to the small space at the left side of your items, then click to expand. Now it shows sub-item, and you can add as much as you need. This is here so that you can put more details into each item. For example, under the task Create Social Media Content, we can specify what type of content is needed to consider the task done. Maybe we need a photo for Monday, a video for Tuesday, and a question for Wednesday. Similar to the columns in the item itself, you can assign a team member, set a status, and set a deadline for each sub-item. The boards you create are all customizable in a way that you can collapse and expand your groups, change colors, or even move things around. Additionally, you can look at your board in different ways by going to the plus button here, then clicking to add views. You'll see a variety of options, and you can always add as much as everything depending on what you're comfortable with. Now, to stay focused on your own progress or your tasks, you can click on My Work above the workspace on the left panel. This will help you separate your items from other team members. That way, you'll have a clearer view of what you should be doing as part of the workspace. What we love about the My Work tab is that it shows you your assigned items in chronological order, which will definitely help in prioritizing. Some more important things that you should know about when you use Monday.com is the notifications and inbox. In any page, you'll see the notifications and the inbox icons on your top right-hand corner of your screen. Much like any other online tools or platforms that we use, the notifications is where you'll best get updates regarding movements within your workspaces, such as mentions and new assignments, while you will get messages from team members in your inbox. A couple more things that I'd like to add is that you can duplicate your boards. This is fantastic to use, especially if you created a template board for recurring or repetitive projects. This is so that you wouldn't have to start from scratch each time you do the same sequence of tasks. Just don't forget to update the information, such as the board name, item details, dates, and especially the sub-items of the duplicate. Now that we have multiple boards, you'll want to keep track of everything and avoid getting lost and confused around the site. To solve this, you can simply create a dashboard by clicking on the blue plus sign on the left panel and choose New Dashboard. A dashboard will pull in all the important information from your boards and keep them in one central location. Once you hit Create, you'll be asked to choose which board you want to collect. So just imagine how much of a relief it would be to choose the 3 most important boards you have out of 10. Click on Done once you've chosen your boards, then you'll be taken to your new dashboard. Here you can add widgets such as charts, numbers, battery, Gantt, files gallery, and more. Lastly, we're going to go about using the document feature. Click on the blue plus sign on the left panel, select New Document, and proceed to create one. This document feature is unique in a way that you can use / to choose how you want to format your document. Say you want bullet points of the minutes of a meeting with your team, or simply make a checklist of things to get from the grocery store. A really awesome feature here is that you can also tag your team members in documents. Plus, you can add a board so that everyone can have a good view of what the document is entirely about. Just take note that the board you put in here is not editable in the document. To sum up everything we've covered for this tutorial, let's go back to the home page. Here, you'll find that it is now updated with the new boards, dashboard, and document that we've created. I hope this tutorial video on how to get started with Monday.com helps you navigate your way around the tool better moving forward. See you on the next videos!